Welcome to the Lifestyle Medicine Update. I'm Dr. James Meschino. Many young athletic individuals use creatine supplementation to complement their training, as it's been shown to enhance muscle and lean mass development, strength gains, and explosive strength and power development. Now, what's less well known is that creatine is also used by the heart muscle, where it helps the heart generate more energy. As such, creatine supplementation has been used to complement the management of certain heart ailments where the heart muscle is getting weaker, such as in congestive heart failure, for instance. And the brain also uses creatine for energy production and also to support and maintain the integrity of brain cells and nerve cells throughout the entire body. Now, some studies have shown that creatine supplementation improves memory function in vegans who typically ingest less creatine from food than omnivores. As well, individuals with genetic problems where creatine synthesis is impaired, they manifest mental dysfunction described as global developmental delay and intellectual disability. Now, in these individuals, these mental dysfunction problems are reversed if they're provided with daily creatine supplementation. And we've also seen that higher brain concentrations of creatine have been proven to enhance performance in cognitive tests such as recognition memory. In fact, a number of studies in recent years have been undertaken to assess the effects of creatine supplementation on memory function in healthy individuals across various age groups, from young people to middle-aged to older individuals. So, in July of 2018, the Journal of Experimental Gerontology published a review paper which really summarized the outcomes of all these studies sort of put together in a systematic review. So in total, they deemed that 6 of the studies were really worthy of consideration because they met sort of the right research methodology. And this involved a total of about 300 individuals. As the researchers stated, generally there was evidence that short-term memory and intelligence and reasoning may be improved by creatine administration. And vegetarians responded better than meat eaters in memory tasks. And that's because vegans and vegetarians tend to get less creatine from food. But all of the different groups, the vegans, the vegetarians, and omnivores, all get improvement in short-term memory and other sort of cognitive functions when they're tested objectively. So their conclusion included the following statements. What they said was this, and I quote, "Oral creatine administration may improve short-term memory and intelligence and reasoning of healthy individuals. And findings suggest potential greater benefit for people who are aging and people who are really stressed," which is a lot of people in our society. They went on to remark that creatine supplementation is very safe, and that based on these impressive findings, more intensive studies examining the effects of creatine supplementation in patients with dementia and Alzheimer's disease should be undertaken as soon as possible. But in the meantime, it's encouraging to note that a study published back in 2007 indicated that creatine supplementation helps cognition in elderly individuals. So in this study, elderly subjects took 5 grams of creatine, that's 1 teaspoon of creatine powder, 4 times a week before and after taking spatial and number tests, and their performance improved in both of these parameters. In my view, most adults, and especially older individuals, should consider taking at least 1 gram, about 1 teaspoon of creatine monohydrate powder each day, or at least 4 to 5 times a week, to help support and preserve memory and brain function over their lifetime. Creatine supplementation also helps to prevent age-related muscle loss and weakness that catches up with people as they get older, rendering them less functional and more prone to falls and related fractures and even head injuries. So creatine supplementation also helps the heart generate needed energy, so it can help the heart pump in a more effective way as the years go by. So creatine powder, which essentially has no taste, can be stirred into juice or mixed into a protein shake or a smoothie quite easily. It doesn't really change the taste profile very much. I typically have 2 teaspoons of creatine with my morning breakfast shake about 4 to 5 times per week. So I've included the references for this information in the text below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.